All right, so today we're going to talk about shooting film. This is a film camera that my brother gave me because my brother shoots a lot of film. And I said, I've actually been wanting to shoot some film for a actually pretty long time, but never really got around to it. And he told me he had a bunch of extras that I didn't even know about. So I asked if I could use one, and he gave me this one. This is a Nikkormat, which is basically a Nikon camera. I believe this is from somewhere in the 1970s. Not exactly sure when, but I'll just go through some quick things about this one. This is a 20 millimeter Nikkor f2.8 lens, and max shutter speed on this particular guy is 1000. And what else do we got here? ASA up to 16, so ASA up to 1600, fixed prime 28 mil to f all the way to f22. This does have a built-in light meter, which is a little meter that goes on the right hand side of the camera. So it does take a battery. And other than that, today was my first day shooting it, and my first impressions of it are, wow, they're heavy. And I knew that they were heavy, but this is pretty much a solid piece of metal. And it's got to weigh at least 3 pounds, 2.5, 3 pounds. Carrying this, over your shoulder all day is like all days, like if you're on vacation or something, I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe it depends on the quality of strap you have. I just took something I had in the closet from my Lumix. Anyways, that's the date, that's the lens, that's the weight, and the max shutter speed. My brother also gave me a roll of, I believe it's Tri-X 400. So there's black and white, I think Tri-X 400 loaded in here. And today, one other thing I'll mention to you is that the shutter release button is very sensitive. I actually hit it 3 times and I took 3 pictures with the lens cap on by accident because it's so sensitive. But I'm now learning to not to wind the film after I take like the last shot and put it in my bag, so I don't accidentally hit the shutter release. There's a little light meter there you can see on this side here, and there's the film count, and then you pull this back you can see the red dot there that enables the light meter. And that's about a depth of field preview, which I don't really understand that much on this camera. It doesn't seem to work that well. Maybe it's just me. There you go. There's a cold shoe there, or sorry, a hot shoe there for a flash. And it's in a case, and it's got a timer on the front, and that's about it. So why did I decide to shoot this today? And what was really cool is that I only took 20 minus those 3 shots I messed up. So I actually took 17 shots, which is kind of unheard of when I take a camera out. Usually you're just like, click, 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 right? Just clicking everywhere because it doesn't matter. But, today I was like, I only have, 33 shots. There's 36 in here, right? 33 shots. So not that I'm being overly careful about what I'm taking a picture of, just like, I'm only taking 1. So in instances where I want to make sure, and I take 3, 4, or 5 of the same thing while I was there, like take 4 or 5. I just took 1. So right now at this point, I'm actually trusting the light meter, hoping that it's accurate, but I'm not going to know until I get the film to develop. So I have another 13 shots. I have another 16 shots to take, and I'm going to try to fire off this roll pretty fast because I do want to see the results. I want to see, is it metering properly? Are they coming out dark? Are they coming out light? So, but apparently my brother says that the place to develop it takes like 2 weeks. So I guess there's a 2-week rotating development schedule that they're going off of. So anyways, it'll be a little while before I get the results, but this is sort of a part 1 video to this. And now let's talk about why I decided to shoot this. And I wrote down some notes here. So the main reason is to get something different. So I know when I'm getting off my digital cameras right now, and I know how I can bring them into Lightroom and post-process them and apply this and that, and I can apply Acros in camera and Portra and Velvia and all that kind of stuff. But from a lot of the film, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen. I've seen. I used to shoot. Well, not that I used to shoot film, but when I was younger, they only had film cameras, so it's not like I don't remember shooting film. I remember shooting film. I didn't have it as a hobby or anything back then. I got way more into the digital stuff, but I haven't seen an actual film print in a long time. And I don't mean a print from a scan. I mean like an actual 4x6 that's been printed. I know we have some at the house, but they're little 4x6s. So what I'm really looking to do here is I'm really looking to take some shots, I guess get them scanned, and then bring them in to my sort of workflow of printing and getting the colors right and calibrating, and see how I can manipulate that film print versus the digital, especially with the film grain. So I'm kind of excited to see that. And also, from most film shots I've seen, film just gives you like that kind of more of like a surreal. It's not like super duper crazy, sharp where you can see, someone's hair, peach fuzz somewhere. And I think there is something really special about that we're obsessed with resolution and sharpness and everything, but that film has a sort of like that constant, tone and that constant look to it that, I don't know, maybe you can reproduce it in Lightroom. But anyways, let's see how it goes. So stay tuned, guys. This is going to be part 1 of, I believe, 4, because I wrote down 4 points. The first point being, okay, the camera and why did I shoot it? Some of the quick specs on it. Why did I shoot it? 2 will be the price of development and the experience of getting it developed, like dropping it off and then picking it up, and what kind of a pain that is to include into my schedule. Number 3 is going to be the results, and the results with the built-in light metering and the conditions I was shooting in. Today it's very, very bright outside, so I was mostly shooting in f16 at about 1000 max. I was shooting at the max shutter speed of this thing down to f16, so there's not going to be very many out of focus bokeh shots with this. I may have taken 1 or 2, but anyways. And then number 4 will be, will I shoot more film? So what's going to happen in that regard? Thanks.